Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Melos Machina. It has been 2 weeks. We hope that you have enjoyed your Thanksgiving. For those of you who celebrate, for those of you who don't celebrate, we hope you just had a great week. We are back again. Man, 2 weeks off has been... It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a time.
What are we doing?
It's a time.
I don't know.
I think we're doing so much. A lot of talking, a lot of a lot of growth, and just a lot of getting to know each other.
So I smite.
Ladies and gentlemen, we don't really have any announcements. We hope that you have enjoyed your time away. I know that we have missed it, but we're going to go ahead and dive right in to tonight's episode of Melos Machina. Now, when last we met our adventurers, they had just finished their first day in Riversmeet together, having spent time at Dr. Sada's workshop to try and figure out what was going on with these strange zombie-like creatures that had come aboard the ship that had crashed into the docks. They discovered that the spines of these creatures were quite dangerous and were causing some form of mutation. Having been told by Dr. Sada that she would pay them, though not handsomely, for each additional spine they could find and for any body of any creature that they might be able to bring back to her as intact as possible. Having then sauntered off in to enjoy the rest of their evening, they reconvened at the Night's Rest, where they spent some time getting to know each other a little more personally and know some of the secrets that the others had been keeping. The night goes by, the sun rises, and as you awake, you hear the sounds of the water lapping against the shore of the river of the Conderflow. You hear the markets outside beginning to open up shop. You hear the small hustle and bustle of a very moderate-sized frontier town coming to life once more. What would you like to do as you wake?
You up?
I've been up for a minute.
Oh boy, I think we're ready to go.
I had a few things that I wanted to do before we go on this journey, if that's okay.
Yeah.
But first, I have a question for you.
Fire away.
Okay. So we were talking about going into that market that's down there,
Mm-hmm.
maybe before we go. And I was thinking maybe we should probably, since we'll be walking, get some supplies like foods and things to take on the road. And I personally, I was thinking, normally I'd try and get some of my own supplies, but I was thinking of trying out some new spells, and I need some things. But I don't know how to get the things here, and it seems to me that you get things using the money.
Yes.
So Dr. Sada said she was going to give us money.
Yes.
How else do I get money?
You can, if you don't have it,
I don't.
you can borrow it from a friend.
Okay.
You can work for it, which is what we're doing for Dr. Sada.
Right.
That's working.
Working.
You can steal it. I
Oh, I
wouldn't
want-
recommend
I
that
don't think
one.
I'd be stealing anything, no.
But I mean, sometimes you find it.
You find money?
Yeah.
Okay.
People, it drops out of their pockets, or you
But
go
it
on
seems like it's very important. You wouldn't want to lose your money.
the gold ones are important.
Those are the
Silver
biggest
less
ones.
important,
Yes.
and then it gets less important from there.
Okay. Okay.
You probably, depending on what you need. I don't know what you need, but
In this instance, I need some bones.
just bones.
Bones.
let's ask the tavern keeper if they've kept some bones
It needs
from
to
the...
be like nice bones, and I have a feeling it would probably cost money for like.
You need to buy nice bones.
Well, and then I need to like mark them and like pray over them and things, so they'll work. But yes, I need nice bones.
Okay, Aaron has been here for a while.
Right,
Maybe
I
he
could
knows some
probably ask
shops
him if he knows any place that
where they
sells
can
magical
sell-
bones.
So they're nice and they're magical?
Well, no, they'll become magical.
Okay.
I will make them magical.
Okay. Let's talk to Aaron,
Okay.
and I'm sure that we can figure that out.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, and I think we have a little bit of
How
spending.
much money do you have?
Not much.
Not much money. Okay. How much is not much money?
I've got enough gold probably for us to get some travel rations.
Okay, but if you were to make that a number.
9 gold.
9 gold. Okay.
9 gold.
I have a feeling I'm going to need more to get the nice spots. So maybe this is a thing that I do when we get back and Dr. Sada gives me money. But
Yeah.
maybe I will look on the ground and maybe there will be gold. I don't know. You say there's gold on the ground.
There sometimes is.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay. I will keep an eye out for gold on the ground. We should probably go eat breakfast. Okay.
Oh, Duathi.
Oh,
We'll go downstairs.
All right, as the two of you head downstairs, about what time do you wake up?
Early.
Yeah.
ish. I mean,
Yeah, we
trance,
worked on a
man.
farm and we trance.
Trance,
So
Yeah, early risers.
Yeah.
Uh,
We early ages and night owls. It's great. Elf life.
living the best life. It's a long life, and it's full of fun. As you head downstairs, there are no other patrons around, and you can see standing behind the counter a young woman who short blonde hair, kind of short bangs and a bob cut, who is mid-yawn as you come down. She sees you and goes, hello,
Good morning.
morning, yes. Breakfast?
Yes, please.
Okay, fantastic. I can get that set up for you. Take a seat wherever. It's just, it's some tea and some oats. So
That sounds so
I'll
fancy.
be right with you.
Okay.
sounds great.
As you take a seat, and she heads off into the back.
I sit crisscross applesauce up on a chair.
Having far more energy than this young woman has. And to the three of you.
I think Aaron would have, having spent the night mostly observing the comings and goings of the nightlife of River's Meet, he would have returned to his abode, tranced for the minimum amount of time, but then immediately risen, freshened himself, and then continued walking the market and perusing the streets.
So as you head out towards the market, you get to see the, leaving your home, the sun has come up, and you can see small groups of people going about, mostly the workers that, though you don't know any of them by name, at this point you've grown to recognize a few of their faces. Obviously heading over to the docks and the warehouses to go about their business. Heading over towards to meet the rest of your compatriots. You get to the morning market, and the first one that is opened is the small baker's stand. Rather plump, middle-aged man is no longer in the process of setting up. He seems as though he has been there quite early, and a few more beginning to go. There's the fisherman who seems to have just now come back from the morning hunt, so to speak, and has a stick over his shoulder with lines and lines of fish. And those are the two at the moment. The rest of the stands are closed. you find yourself in that square that looks over the river and comes up to the Night's Rest.
Cool. Yeah, I will enter and. Good morning. Good morning, you two.
Hello! Aaron, do you know where to get bones? Nice bones.
Magical nice bones.
Well, they can be magical.
One inquiry at a time, if you don't mind. I'm sure there might be somebody setting up shop this morning who can accommodate different ritualistic necessities. We'll have to wait a moment, though. Having passed through this morning, doesn't seem that too many individuals have quite set up shop, though. It is still early in the morning. Sun's barely crested over the peaks of the trees. Have you eaten yet?
Food's on its way.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You see Aaron plops down with a haversack and a bedroll, and while not necessarily the most rugged setup, it does look like he has some goods about him that are prepared for overland travel, just in case. Just thought I would collect my things and have them about me should we decide to leave as soon as mid-noon. But
I would assume. I know the others are probably still sleeping.
That's right, they sleep more.
They do.
They like sleep for a very long time.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying sometimes, but it's fine.
definitely
Do you-
weird.
did you not stay
Why do you
here?
need that much sleep?
no, I have accommodations of my own.
Oh.
That's right, you live here.
Not exactly. I have lived here for more time than you have, Dorothy. Yes, that is true. But I do not call Riversmeet my home.
Right. Right, but that's great. Cool. Nearby? Why? How long?
GM, was this on the same side as the river, or as my house? Was it on the same side as the river?
Yes,
Okay.
it's in the same. It's in the South District.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just brief jaunt.
We'll have to see it sometime. Granted, I think we're going to be traveling for
Perhaps it.
who knows how long.
It does not belong to me. It is belonging to someone else at the moment. So I cannot exactly invite guests without discussion. However, it is an option.
Is it like
Potentially.
your friend's house and they are staying in it?
Yes.
Oh,
Cool.
Yes.
okay.
Here you are. Oats for each of you, and
Thanks.
teas as well. Can I get you anything?
Yes, a tea, please.
Tea coming right up.
We might need 2 more. There's a couple people who might be a while.
They sleep a lot.
Yeah.
all right, I'm envious. So it's just going to be 2 copper for the oats, 1 for each of the teas. Copper for the tea, and I'll bring it out whenever you're ready.
To get you some money.
So that's 3 copper each,
3 copper each.
which is 1 silver, 1 copper.
Okay.
And I count it out with Duathy, and we'll hand it over.
Well, at this point, she's wandered away, and while we are learning currencies, to review.
I start my day the way I always do, with a routine of calisthenics and morning meditations. 50 sit-ups, push-ups, and some writing to prep in the morning. Internal body clock seeming to wake up with the sun right at 6 hours. Takes me about 24 minutes precisely to do the morning routine. And then I make my way into the hallway and march down to Andy's room and give it a soft knock.
As Finn is knocking on the door, Andy is I'm still in bed. Do like really big stretch. And I assume Chauncey is just at the bed.
As soon as he has heard any sounds, just
And then pat his head, go, 1 second.
Take your time. Take your time. I'll be just outside the door. I believe we have an appointment with our new friends.
Yes. Yes. And so I get up and just kind of make sure I look presentable and open the door and say, hello, good morning. Yeah.
Morning, Andy. And Chauncey too.
Yes.
Does he sleep?
No.
Ah, interesting. Make note.
Doesn't sleep, just is cute. I don't know.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Is it time? Are we
Well, the
going?
sun's out. We didn't specify time particularly, but
Let's go.
let's go.
Yeah.
Head
Kind
on
of-
down.
Wave on to Chauncey.
As you head down to join your compatriots, you hear the heavy footsteps of. Now, as they come down the stairs, you can identify the sound as Chauncey's footsteps.
The most inconspicuous members of the party
Yeah.
over here.
I was gonna say my footsteps are probably not that quiet.
And my attire certainly stands out.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Good morning.
Morning.
New day.
Yeah.
Sleep well in there.
Yeah.
About as well as any other
Aye.
night. You?
Just
Well
woke
enough.
up. Yeah.
It's so long.
I know. I love sleep. I don't know.
And see, there's more. Your tea.
Yes,
and
we are a growing party.
tea, porridge.
Just tea.
Just tea for you.
Both would be
all
great. Yeah.
So the oats and tea. It's 3 copper, 1 copper, 1 copper. Whenever you're ready up, the 3 of you recognize this as Astra, who you had seen before.
Oh.
Good morning, Astra.
Morning.
So, I believe we owe our Darkworker friend Marius a drink, and
Yes. And we should probably make our way out. Just
I was going to pick up some supplies
Hmm.
for the going. I mean, I
Oh.
don't know how much food there's going to be along the river, so I thought it would be a good thing to get some foods and things for us to go with, and a place where I can get ritual magic things.
oh, like what?
Sponge, nice sponge.
Right, bones. Yes.
Nice bowls.
Did you try asking the kitchen?
Nicer bones, probably, than
Ah.
that.
I imagine they use their bones for the forever stew anyway.
Probably,
Probably.
because then you put
Right.
it in and it's tastes so good.
Allows for a wonderful broth.
Oh,
I don't think that it should be brat bones. As
Probably just-
that's a different kind of magic. That's the kind of magic goes in your belly.
It's food magic.
Exactly.
Yeah. I would be curious if Marius is available this morning. It seemed that he was up quite late last night. After we had our discussions, I took a walk back down to the docks, and after discussing briefly with one of his colleagues, it seems that he was in the middle of trolling the river for any lost cargo to come off the Fairbanks.
Oh, and then we could ask if they found any of the last cargo.
Quite an interesting device allowing him to breathe underwater for this work.
interesting.
Yes.
It's fascinating.
Magical or mechanical?
No, it seemed rather mechanical, yes.
Very interesting. Andy, maybe we should take some notes.
Yeah.
yeah. So stop in the markets. Stop to Marius.
Are we well met?
I mean, obviously you need to eat, but
Yeah. Just a little food would be great.
yeah, of course.
And
No
already
additional
showered.
necessities over here.
There is a magical component I could use, although I don't think I quite afford it yet. Maybe after we return from
Sure.
You could also look for gold on the ground. That is what I am going to be doing.
It's gold on the ground. Yes, that is one strategy. I need about another probably 22 gold.
That's about how much I need to, I imagine.
Oh,
And
well.
at least from what Aiken has told me about the money.
So if we find a pile of 50 gold just laying
That'll
on the
be
ground, do you know where
Do you
to
think that's
find
good
gold
to
laying
me?
on the ground out here?
I
That's
don't-
rather uncommon back in the cities.
It happens sometimes.
Oh,
And I thought maybe, I could get lucky since I don't have any money.
You never know.
No.
Exactly.
That's also why we're working for Dr. Sada.
So I can get money to buy
Right.
bones.
Yes.
and what of
also forever too.
what of the job that took you down here? The
We kind of-
log ship.
We
Just
got
did that because it was nice
Yeah.
to do.
volunteering almost.
I thought that's just kind of what you do around is, people, they feed you and then when they ask for help, you just sort of
We don't need much.
help them.
Philanthropists.
In exchange for labor, in exchange for goods and services. Yes, it's quite
It
simple.
works.
Precisely.
Your employer, he's going to be okay if we take off from the city for a while, or the town.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'll go back up north for a bit, so.
All right. Well,
And we did send a message to him through the factor, as I recall.
Mhm.
So
Oh, okay. We're all
Yes.
set then.
so.
Yeah.
How's the porridge?
At this point, the porridges have been delivered.
And
as-
one ale
Yeah.
for the road, if we could. Marius been working hard.
I can absolutely. Do you have? So I don't have any travel mugs. Do you have something I can put it in for you? or-
I have a bag of sand. I
I-
don't think that's the right vessel for this.
Yeah, you're correct.
I have a water skin, but I think I should probably keep water in it.
And did you? Who'd you say this was for?
Oh, Marius at the docks.
I can send you with a mug. He's good for it.
Okay. Well, thank you.
All right. Well, enjoy. And the porridge is quite warm. It's not massively flavorful. There's a hint of sweetness to it, but it is an oat porridge.
There's a hint of sweetness.
A hint of sweetness. It is a very obscure hint. You might need another couple of hints to really get what it's going at. But it
I will investigate every bite for sweetness.
it is filling, and it surprisingly paired with the teas, it brings about a burst of morning energy.
Perfect.
Let's go.
Right, and
We'll go through the market.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Sounds good. Give Marius some time to wake up.
And go and buy some food and then see if they have bones, even if I can't buy the bones.
and the brew to go, that will be just the 4 copper.
I'll cover that one.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Aaron.
Appreciate you all. Will you be needing your rooms kept for the evening?
Probably not.
I didn't leave anything upstairs.
No. Yeah,
I
if
don't
we're,
have anything.
if we're back
don't
by
have much.
nightfall, it means we found something closer to home, and that's
Excellent. Well, I'll make sure that they're. Thank you for letting me know. We'll be able to clean them and pass them on if needed.
great rooms. Thank you.
You're welcome, and hope you enjoyed your stay. And as always, if anything is ever needed here in Riversmeet, we hope that you come and enjoy another night's rest with us.
We hope so too.
That's the name of the place.
It is, yes.
Ah, that's a good one.
Farewell. We shall see you later. And I'll kind of assume the role of tour guide, sort of, as we exit the night's rest
Please.
towards. I'll lead them towards the market area and just kind of, again, give like a sweeping like summary of what can be found.
Yeah, so here in the market, it is a small market, and this area seems to be mostly the food and veg variety. There's the fishmonger, there's the baker, there is a butcher who is setting up shop at this time. There's not really anything in the ways of non-edible goods. You, however, do know, obviously there are shops here within Riversmeet as well. But this area seems to be more of a fresh, open-air market.
Consumables.
Exactly.
Would there be any place that is selling like dried meats and vegetables and things that would be good for traveling?
Absolutely. So you can definitely see a selection of dried meats at the butcher's stand. In addition to a couple of fresh carcasses, there's a rack of dried and cured meats.
Okay. I would like to buy to make sure that we have enough travel rations. It was about 3 days on the lags, so would I have any sense of about how long it would take us to walk that far?
Sure. Give me a really quick survival.
You bet. 13.
Well, you know that the travel down the river on the logs is slower than a typical travel's pace on foot. So with the 3 days, it's very likely that you can reach the area of the site that of your encounter within a day's worth of travel.
Okay. Then I can probably just grab us enough food for 2 days. Nothing fancy, just nice things.
Andy, did they send you with anything for the road, bedroll or food or? I don't have.
Nope.
Yep. Aiken, you seem familiar with the wilderness. Is there anything supplies-wise we should pick up? I have just what I'm carrying currently, which is not much.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna want to sleep on something, probably.
Okay.
Usually comes with a blanket. And if the weather's real nasty, you can get a tent, but the weather should be okay.
Okay.
Erin, do you know where we could get like some bedrolls or?
Yeah, there might be an outfitters. There are plenty of groups coming to and from Riversmeet on a continual basis. I'm sure they must have some sort of a store, or at least someone with enough extra stuff from the boats that get left behind that they've been able to procure some sort of supply. So
Okay.
can I ask around GM for some sort of REI? Outfitters? Some sort of somebody with camping gear for them.
Absolutely. There's plenty of folks. There's everyone who's manning the stalls who you could easily ask around.
Okay. I will approach the friendliest looking person and be like, excuse me.
And that would definitely be the baker.
Okay. I would like your help if I could for a moment,
Absolutely.
please.
Good morning. How are ya?
Good morning, very well.
Can I interest you in some sweet rolls?
Yes, I'll take whatever's the hottest out of the oven for a
That
moment.
would be these, right? And he gestures to, it looks like a small, almost like a cinnamon roll with a dollop of cream over the top that it looks like it was just placed, like it's still oozing over. You can see a little bit of steam raising up over top of
I
it.
am so glad I didn't have breakfast.
I will take it from him. Thank you very much. This looks delicious. I'll hand it over to
Absolutely.
Finn. These two are a bit of supplies, not of the sugary sweet. Could you point us in the direction of someone who could loan us or sell us some sort of overnight travel gear, some backpacks and water skins and rope and torches
Absolutely,
and
yes.
such?
I don't know about loaning, but I can definitely tell you about purchasing if you may be wanting to head down to Brody's Works and Wares.
Sure. Thank you very much. Do appreciate the guidance.
Also, it would be 2 copper for the roll.
Absolutely.
Do you have anything might hold up over a couple days? This is delicious, but
I do have some fresh loaves just out of the oven, and he gestures to long loaves of bread. They're fresh today. Probably last you 2 days on the road.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Right.
Yeah. I'll let's get. I mean, one. Or
One for everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's. So 5 of
Five?
those loaves, please.
Perfect. That'll come out to 5 copper.
Great. Hand it over.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Do you know where
It's
to
going
get
quite well.
Yeah.
ritualistic bones?
Right, Bones.
He just gives you this long stare.
That's my. It's a joke. No, I'm
Funny,
serious. I
funny.
can't. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's okay.
Ritualistic bones.
So, like, is there anywhere?
If you need some bones, he might be able to help you out. And he points over towards the butcher.
I mean, I might ask, but also, is there a place here that maybe I don't know? I'm not used to
A
how it's done
magical
here. A
shop?
magical,
Magical shop.
particularly maybe
He
for
chuckles a little. Nothing here in the ways of a magical shop. It's this is a smallish town. It's, you want something like that, you're gonna have to go into at least up towards Venture. But no, there's nothing here.
To venture.
Yeah, up the river.
Cool. We will continue looking, but maybe the butcher has bones that you can purchase.
and I can work on them maybe.
Yeah. It
What's
looks like
figure
good
out?
work.
Yeah. Either way, I want to go and probably pick up some dried meats and things for the road and things. Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. It was such a pleasure to have you all.
Thank
Yes.
Thank you.
So, now with this newfound knowledge and a new collection of baked goods.
Head towards Brody's.
All right.
Yeah.
And yeah, he gestured, though he didn't give exact directions, they gave a very distinct point down the one main road leading into the southern district.
Small town vibes.
I'm sure we'll find it.
There's Main Street and there's First Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. Yeah, let's get you geared up and.
Thanks,
Sorry, it doesn't
guys.
look like we're gonna get.
That's okay. I can kind of keep my eye open and see what I can do. I don't really see anyone else doing the kinds of things I'm doing here, so that makes sense that no one really knows what I'm asking for. But there you go. Either way, though, I do want to stop by the butcher on the way out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll get. I don't know. I don't see anyone doing this kind of thing. Anyway, let's go get blankets.
Brody's blanket.
Heading down this main thoroughfare where there is, a few people going about their day. It doesn't take you very long before you see a large 2-story building, a sign hanging out front that has a collection of, it appears to be a basket, but made out of twisted metal and wrought iron. And it just says works and wares on it. You can see that to the side of it, this building, there's a stable-esque. It doesn't have any animals in it, but it appears to be more of a place where a few carts have been parked. None of them appear to be loaded with anything. They all seem bare bone. There's 2 large carts that look like they could fit. They're on 4 wheels. A small selection of 2-wheeled carts, single horse style, and then the main door to the right of that.
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not stepped inside here. I'm very curious as to who Brody is.
As you push open the door, there's a soft ding, ling, ling, ling of a bell. Stepping into this space, you can see the walls are filled from the floor to the ceiling with shelves of jars, cans, ropes, blankets, axes, shovels. There are shelving coming out from the walls, creating aisles that are still piled high with a collection of near anything you could imagine as far as general goods are concerned. walking up towards, you can then see a counter where there is a, looks like a large hopper of a scale, a big metallic basket, and a large hand cranking wheel is off to the side of it. There is a small, looks like the side of a metallic cash register, and seated, just arms crossed, is a larger gentleman, bulky, is rather muscular. His slightly tanned skin is contrasted by his graying hair and short gray beard. He doesn't even look up. Says, "Well, welcome to Brody's Works and Wares. If you see anything you need, let me know. Happy to help."
Great.
So happy.
Do you have like some adventuring gear, bedrolls and stuff?
Aisle 2.
Great. Thank you. Are you Brody?
Yep.
It's
Great
early.
store.
We'll give him a break.
Yeah.
Yep. Aisle 2?
Yeah.
Shall we?
let's-
All right. So I don't even know what I'm looking for, so
I
if you could point out maybe things we
Yeah.
might want.
No, I mean, you have bedrolls of different varieties, whether you're a light sleeper, a heavy sleeper. If you want to be warmer, you have some that have some like wools and furs and stuff.
Sleep is sleep.
And I bet if you could do like you buy a membership and then you can get a
Oh,
discount.
maybe.
They have the co-op.
Yeah. But I just figure if you buy a bunch of stuff kind of like in one kit, you just have,
Right.
because you're going to need
I-
rope.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
have other adventuring gear.
Mhm.
I just don't have a bedroll.
I have
Oh.
some parchment, a bag of sand, and ink and pen, and a knife and a dagger.
So let's
They
get
didn't send you with a bedroll?
I don't even have a backpack.
Finn set up with the full kit.
Yeah.
Let's get something for Andy to sleep on. And
Thank you.
if you don't mind, I'm going to speak to Brody potentially about renting a cart for our needs.
Oh, that would probably
However,
be smart.
That will
Yeah.
help if we need to bring anything back.
Precisely.
Yeah.
However,
Bodies.
I must understand. Does anybody here understand animals enough to
yeah.
drive? Okay, yes. I figured as much, but I didn't want to make any assumptions. So, go out and peruse the aisles, and I will inquire about a cart rental. Yes?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Ask about. I didn't see any horses out there.
No, that is interesting.
Yeah. Maybe ask if there's like a livery or something.
Sure. Will do.
Yeah. I haven't yet talked to a horse, but I kind of want to.
I did a little bit in.
And I'll just walk back up to Brody and just kind of ask. Excuse me. I noticed
Doesn't even look up.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I noticed there was an assortment of empty carts outside. Are those of your ownership?
Yep, they're all for sale. Whatever you need, I can help you out. You're
For
looking for
sale.
4 wheels, 2 wheels. How many horses you need?
I see. And okay, so we are looking to leave with the cart and return with the cart within 1, maybe 2 days at most. Is that something you can accommodate?
I'm happy to sell it to you and happy to buy it back once you get back.
And the price of this transaction would cost us how much?
Cart's looking at, you'd be looking at 15 gold for that one. Depending on the condition that it comes back in, we'll probably be looking at around 7 or 8 upon return.
And the horse?
That one's gonna be trickier. It's the same sort of thing. You're looking to rent, you're looking to own.
We have no need for a horse longer than the days that we have specified, so rent.
All right, with that, you're gonna be needing a down payment. We're looking at 35 gold for that, and we're needing a payment on 2 silver a day. That'll be taken out of the down payment, and depending on the condition of the horse when it comes back, you'll get your deposit back.
Condition of the horse. Do horses often return worse than they left?
They sometimes return dead.
How much for a dead horse?
I don't buy back dead horses.
Maybe the butcher. How
Not
much
wrong.
for this explorer's pack?
Oh, let's see here. And this, he actually takes up and pulls it over and takes a look through to see what all is in there. All right, full kit here. You're looking at doing a lot of work out and about. It looks like. Full kit there. Gonna be looking at 10 gold for the lot on that one.
All right. Well, hopefully we can get some of these materials for
Yes,
Shada.
we shall have
Recoup
to
some of the costs.
collect quite a number.
I think it's good. Was it?
Yes, oh yes.
Good quality. Looks
I'm
good.
going to leave the shop and start walking up and looking up and down the road for any gold.
All right. Give me an investigation check, but we'll come back to you.
You
As,
got it.
there's the soft ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. As Dualfi heads outside and begins not frantically, but very methodically looking down at the ground in search of that elusive 50 gold that can pop up on the ground.
It seems a horse and cart might be a little bit outside of our funds at the moment, friends.
I mean, it's not a far walk.
Yeah. I guess it's just carrying stuff back.
If you need, I got a broken
But-
cart.
Okay.
Broken how? Like, do the wheels still work?
Yeah, the wheels work most of the time. Left one falls off. I've been meaning to get that fixed. It just came back one of those, the way that it worst condition. So.
Did you
Hmm?
sell or lend a cart to a Theodore? No, Palin from Upstrom.
Oh, yeah, the Upstrom folks. Yeah, I got a running contract with them. No, they're good people.
They're
that,
great
that
people.
one, I keep that contract really well.
Great. We work with them.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Galkin, he is.
Oh,
one
I
of
know
the-
Galkin.
Yeah, he's great. Maybe we can have some of them take a look at that cart up there. Get them to fix it if you're willing to part with it for less.
I could also probably fix it.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can see he's now beginning to show investment now that there is a talk of fixing his goods. Okay, so hold on. Let's talk about this a little bit. You could fix some carts. Like I said, I've got a couple of the ones out back. Which one needs fixing? Did you say the one up there?
So, in between here and up there,
Mm-hmm.
there's a broken down cart. We can.
Ooh,
It was attacked.
that's again. They don't always come back.
Yeah.
It's a shame. But the folks of Upstrom, they've always had, like I said, I trust them. It's they've been doing this with me for a couple of years now, but and this is the only time that I've run into this issue with them.
Unfortunately, it didn't work so great for Theo. Palin. Theo is fine. I just met the kid. Yeah, so maybe we could bring that one back with whatever our haul is, and you can
Oh.
and fix that one.
True, yeah.
Okay,
Seems rather advantageous for everyone.
Yeah.
that's I'm liking the way this is sounding. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, let's talk business here. So. I said I've got a broken one in the back. It needs fixing. If you think you can handle that really quick, happy to give that one to you for a discounted price. Call it for services rendered.
Okay.
But if you're willing to bring back one of my carts, it's not my cart anymore, I guess. But if you can bring me that cart, I'll happily buy it off of you.
So we head out,
Yeah.
Here we are.
We could
pick
do
up
that.
the cart along with whatever we might find.
Throw a
Also-
couple bodies in it and.
I'm sorry, what?
Never mind.
No, hold on. Body's in the cart.
Right.
Well, we
yeah,
don't know
specimen,
if Palin is
specimen.
still there.
Yes.
And I'd like to bring his body back to the people of Upstrom just in case.
Okay, so as long as you're not making any new
Yeah.
bodies.
No,
to
no,
the
no,
cart,
no.
that's okay.
This
That's
is-
Okay,
not
okay.
the plan.
For Dr. Sada's attention. It's,
I just didn't even know if I needed to talk to the gardener.
Sorry.
No.
GM,
Yes.
do I get the impression that Chauncey would be able to pull a cart?
You know,
How did we? None of us think of that.
it is very likely that Chauncey, yes, Chauncey could pull a cart.
Cool.
Not likely very quickly.
Right. Yeah.
This is more of like a torque versus
Right.
speed sort of thing.
It's not a long-term solution.
No, but it's definitely you could get a cart out of the muck with
Okay.
With Chauncey.
Okay.
But,
Built Chauncey tough.
but I will say because you are able, Chauncey has a similar walking speed, so it would be the sort of thing that you could hook Chauncey up to the cart. Well, maybe you could hook Chauncey up to the cart, and it's possible that you could then use him to tow the cart, and it'll be a similar speed to walking.
Okay.
Just probably not going to be doing any galloping.
Sure.
Acceptable.
So, okay, if I can fix and bring back the cart, but if I fix your cart here, could we possibly get a discount on a horse?
Oh.
Because we wouldn't need 2 carts.
No. I was thinking we just walk there, fix that cart, come back.
Right, but if we take a horse with us, look, I think Chauncey could pull it, but if we wanted to have something that would maybe go a little bit faster, or...
I was just gonna help carry, but Chauncey is also strong.
Yeah,
I don't think I could give you a discount
I
on a horse.
totally...
What about a brand
Understand.
new Explorer kit?
That's would be a pretty big discount there. But I've got some brackets in the back that we've sort of done like the I don't even know how to describe it. Hooking one cart up to the other one.
Okay.
So if you wanted to, tow them back.
I just don't think we need 2, so...
No.
All right.
No.
But I am, he has to get his pack. I have to get a bedroll. Maybe there's some other stuff that we want to get.
Okay. No, I see where we're going with this.
Right.
So I can go fix it now, and you can see what you think of my work, and then we can barter from there.
It's a deal. I'll tell you what.
Great.
The cart right now, it's not doing me any good. So I'd frankly be selling that one for about 5 gold. You fix that up, make it as good as new. I'll put you in the middle there. I'll give you the 5 gold for doing that. We're both making 5 gold off of that.
Cool.
All
I
right.
mean, it's something.
That's a good deal.
Sure.
All right.
Lead me to your cart.
Sure. Come with. Yeah, come on.
We'll
I'll be right back.
We're good.
Don't worry.
Come on. And he heads over to the front door with you. There's the soft ting-ling-ling as the 2 of you leave. He immediately takes you on over to the storage of all the carts, and he's got kind of a brisk pace as soon as he's leaving the space. And it's gonna be this one here in the back. It's the left wheel. Basically, I've been told every couple of miles it just pops right off. Not great.
All right.
So, do you need any tools or anything like that?
No, I have lots of tools and stuff I could figure this out with. So, I mean, I'll let you know if I happen to need anything, but...
All right. Cool. Well, feel free, enjoy, and
Thanks.
I appreciate the business.
Of course.
And he turns tail, comes back in. Ting-ling-a-ling.
Mending... a mending cantrip wouldn't fix the cart,
You know.
would it? I'm trying to see how easy this would be for me.
I love mending.
Let's see here.
If not, I have tools. So many tools.
So with mending, you can give it a try.
Okay. Because it's just the wheel.
Yeah. So tell you what, let's go ahead and for you fixing this, why don't you give me a quick investigation on this. However, because you have your what tools do you have? So many.
I have alchemists, smiths, thieves, tinkers, and wood carvers.
Yeah. So with your collection of tools. And using these, I'm going to go ahead and give you advantage on this roll
Great.
to figure out what's wrong with it.
Okay. Cool. Well, one is a natural 20, so that's a 25.
You get down and pop under this thing to, take a look under the hood, and immediately you can see that the axle of the wheel is shoddy. It's a combination of rust and you actually find a few of the bolts that are holding it in have been completely stripped. It looks like it falls off.
Sure.
And the people who are popping it back on are literally just popping it back on. It is an easy fix, and you would definitely be able to fix this with not just mending.
Right.
Even with just your tools, it would be simple.
Cool. I mean, let's use my tools, because mending is really using my tools anyway.
Exactly.
So,
I'll say, since mending is using your tools anyway, you don't need to do a roll with this.
Okay.
You pop out your smith's tools and get to work, and as if by magic, you just bringing your tools up in a flash of your own expertise, you are able to fix this. You have re-stripped, or what's the wording for that? Rethreaded all of the bolts. With the mending spell, you are able to remove all of the rust, and with your own materials, rebuild the pieces that were missing. And with as quick as you were able to do this, you are also able to take a little extra time and just with your woodcutter's
make it
tools,
look nice.
Yeah, you took this idea of I'm as good as new. I'll do you one better. I'll make it better.
I'm good at my job.
Yeah.
Cool. I go back into the shop and go, Brody, I have a fixed cart for you.
He looks up from mid-transaction with the rest of you. Actually, in the meantime, as the repairs are happening.
Has anyone seen Duathy?
Oh.
Nope.
Have they?
I heard. Oh, I'm not there.
As you are working on the cart, you don't see it, but Chauncey just looks over and sees Duathy.
I rolled a 7.
A 7.
It's a rock.
You do find a couple of actually shiny pebbles.
Okay.
But
Good haul.
upon close inspection, one of them, as you brush away, turns out was a mud-encased copper piece.
Oh my gosh, I could maybe buy half of a sweet roll.
Poor
What
guy.
a very good day.
Back to the inside.
I believe she may have wandered outside in search of perhaps to help Andy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Does she wander often?
Yes.
But
But also, this is the biggest town she's been in.
oh.
This is
So it'll be fine. She'll come back here.
you have like a special call to.
No,
Oh.
no, we sure didn't plan ever getting split up.
Huh.
All right, so where do we leave off?
Right. So
Adventures pack.
explores. Yes. Adventures pack for myself and Andy. I think you want a bedroll.
Andy is still currently
I'm
outside.
not there.
Andy wanted a bedroll, so I would have grabbed that, and well, hopefully that's everything. Aaron can. I think this pack has some rations. It has a mess kit.
It looks like it will suffice. I
All
do
right.
believe we have found the appropriate pack for you, Finn.
All right.
All right, and just to confirm, yeah, it will have a backpack, a bedroll. Where did it go? I just had it.
Yeah, I found the explorer's pack.
The explorer's
on
pack.
there, Yeah.
Bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations,
Yeah.
water skin, and 50 feet of hempen rope.
All right.
All right, so the explorer's pack,
Yes.
the extra bedroll. is
Extra
there,
bedroll.
Anything else that you need?
I think that'll do it for myself.
All right,
And-
and we'll see how this goes with your friend. If
yes.
she comes back with a fixed cart, then
Her handiwork is quite good, so.
I am looking forward to finding out.
Right. Can you help me fit this on my? This is awkward. I'm not used to such a big pack. The straps are
Adjustable.
right.
I'll summon Mage Hand. Here, allow me to give a slight assistance, Finn, and I'll
Yes. Thanks, Aaron.
along with my 2 hands. I'm not very strong, but I do have a little bit of familiarity with this. I'll kind of set up behind and kind of just give a hit up to your upper back so we can cinch the waist
Oh.
and get it above you. It's the key is to to place the bulk of the weight above your hips.
Yes. Hopefully we find that cart. Feels dorky.
And at this time, Andy coming back in with the news of the fixed cart. Brody heads back outside to take a quick look, and yeah, no, he wasn't lying. Your work's great. Gee, dang, you made fast work of that. You looking for a job?
Not at the moment.
All right.
But I mean, we can talk later.
Sure.
Happy to fix stuff up in exchange for things.
Yeah, well, I don't do a lot of contract work, but offer's open if you're ever looking for a place to settle down and, make a living.
Thanks. I mean, my brain's more in mechanics.
Yeah, maybe not the place for you then.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, come on back in. We'll take care of this. And as the two of you enter back in, he goes from speaking to you to announcing, all right, so we had 5 gold off from the work rendered, which is just going to bring the pack down from 10 to 5, and the extra bedroll's the 1 gold, so we're looking at 6 gold altogether.
6
Cool.
gold. I'll cover that, Andy.
Are you
if that-
sure?
Well, I mean, you chipped in more than your half,
Well,
so
okay.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Sure.
Besides, we're in this
Next-
together anyway.
Next
It's,
round of foods on me.
all right. Count out the 6 gold and slide it over.
All right. Perfect. Thank you very much. Pleasure doing business. Yeah, if you need anything else, I'm here. Happy to help. And, tell your friends.
Yeah, we'll do our best to bring that other cart back.
Hopefully.
appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's find Duathi and go.
Right.
Thanks,
Sure.
Brody.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
All right. Heading out.
Having now procured a collection of rations, some much-needed travel beds, and more food, where would you like to go from here?
Hey, Duathi, we're gonna go.
How far did I get down the stream?
Not
before
too
I got
terribly far.
Oh, you're right.
Hello.
Hey, we're gonna go?
Okay. Are we going? I needed to go by the butcher's really quickly.
It's.
to
I
pick
think
us
it's
up
on the
some
way
things.
out.
But we'll see how much I can buy.
You found a copper.
I did.
I told you.
You did, and it was in the road. There wasn't 50 gold like we were hoping,
No,
but
that doesn't happen often,
It's something.
or ever.
Exactly.
But we'll see what we can do about your bones.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll, I guess, head to the market on the way out.
And also just, rations and things.
Yeah.
We've got the bread, but, we can get a little bit of meat and things.
Oh, I did buy some extra bread, and I have rations. I hand out baguettes to everybody.
Oh.
So the rations that you found in this kit are it's a combination of hardtack, some dried, almost like a grain bar, all non-perishables that will last you for a while. Combined with the loaves of bread that you've purchased, you're probably looking at a total of 12 days of rations. The bread's helping to extend that. Now that's 10 days of rations for a single person.
Right.
Yeah, I'll
So
go buy some.
about one.
Yeah. Wouldn't
not
hurt to have a little
A little
meat.
bit more. I only have
on
enough
us.
really for another day, so I should
Yeah.
probably get a little bit
Well,
more.
I'm happy to pitch in on that.
Yeah,
so
same. And we're not going to be gone very long, and
No.
we're not far from upstream if
And
we
I
need to
might
go
be
up
able to
north.
find some food or something
I'm
on the way.
sure we
maybe?
can.
Okay, but just in case,
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the butcher.
Walking up to the butcher. Well, as you get to the market, you approach the butcher. It's a rather stout-looking dwarf who looks up at you like, "Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Looking for some meat then?"
Little bit, yes. We would like some dried meats.
Can do
to
that.
Go on for the road. Maybe enough for all of us for 2 days.
I think I got enough for that.
Okay. Okay. So I promise. I know this question seems sort of odd. But
All right, you
I
got
am-
me really worried about this. But let's. What have you got for me?
I promise it's less scary than it sounds. But everyone's really confused. Anyway, so
I am.
I am trying to cast some magic, and
Oh.
it requires me to carve and use some bones.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was curious. I don't think I have a job and I'm going to be getting money with which I can buy these bones. But I'm curious what kind of bones you might have.
Well, I've got lots of bones here that you can see. I've got some still in the body that I can pull out for you. I've got some that could use some cleaning. But how nice do they have to be?
Nice. It more matters, I think, like, what did they come from? And, if they're in nice condition, I'm going to be sort of carving them anyway. So.
Oh, I see, yes. Well, I've got some that are from some deer.
Okay.
I've got a few from pigs.
Okay.
And, well, that's really about all I got.
Okay. The deer ones would probably be the best for what I'm trying to do. Okay.
Do you need anything special on them?
I was going to sort of carve on them.
So I don't have to do anything special. Okay.
Yeah, I think,
Do you need a specific section of the skeleton, Dwarfy?
not particularly. Just, it doesn't need to be like one of the big bones or anything. In fact, because I'm going to make, sort of like, dice, I think would be the closest thing I could really describe. It's small little bits and I'm going to carve on them.
I see. All right. Well,
How many do you need?
About as many and would fit in a smaller bag. It would.
Monetarily, probably be about 25 gold worth.
That's a lot of bones.
25 gold worth of
Yeah,
bones.
it's
That's a lot of bones.
It's a spell.
Yeah.
It's more about quality than it is about
Yeah.
quantity.
Some nice bones.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Nice bones.
And what makes bones nice?
Well,
Those are fancy ass
Nice
bones.
bones.
I
Those are
can
probably
get
fancy.
a lot of bones for you, but if you're looking to carve them into, say, dice, I don't know if I've rightly got what you could use that for.
Okay. Okay. We'll figure it out.
Also, DM, just kind of mechanics question on
Yes.
this. Since I'm imagining I'm making these, would the cost inferred, would I be able to add like the cost of everything together that I'm using to make these to make it 25 gold maybe?
Possibly. What all would you be using, do you think, to make them?
I'd probably be using some charcoal and incense and
Okay.
the bones.
Well,
Demos.
Tampons and bones.
I would say the money used in the process of making them nicer
Okay.
would definitely go towards the cost. But outside of going to, say, an enchanter's hut and straight up buying bones for 25 gold, it's going to be probably a little bit of a process.
That is fine. I'm here for that.
Cool.
Okay.
I think I might be able to do something with what you have, but I do still have to come back. Mostly I wanted to know for when I came back and I have the money.
Well, thank you for letting me know. Would you
Absolutely.
like for me to maybe make some nicer bones for you? I could. Look, this is just my stall. I've got my shop in town. I
Uh-huh.
could see what I've got in the back.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
be
I'd
back
be happy
and
to say clean them for you.
That would be amazing, and we will be back in probably 2 days. So if when I come back in about 2 days, if you have some things, then I will have money, and then I could pay you for that.
Well, very good. Well, tell you what then. I'll make some nice bones for you, and we'll see what I can do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
You
you.
are welcome. Aside from that, you wanted
The dried meats
Oh,
for
yes.
all of us for about 2 days.
about 2 days. Yeah. For all of that, you're looking at. It's going to be a total of 5 gold.
5
Okay.
gold.
I can do that. I got it.
I put down my copper.
Please
Okay.
keep it.
Okay, I will find something.
I once
Um,
heard someone say in a tavern that you should always keep your first copper that you find.
Really?
Yes.
It's very special. It's my first money.
And you should definitely keep it.
Okay.
I hand over
Thank you.
5
Andy.
gold.
Thank you, Andy.
Of
Appreciate you.
course. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What's your name?
Kaylin.
Kaylin.
Yes.
Galen.
Nice to meet you.
Spelled with a C, not the K.
Good to know.
All right. Well, thank you, Kaylin. Have you seen Marius this morning?
I have not. I've mostly been spending my time here.
Cool. We're just gonna see him on our way out.
Right.
I was gonna say see him off, but
Does
we're the
he-
ones going.
Does he have an office, or does he keep himself near the docks in some sort of establishment, or as the?
Listen, all I could tell you is I haven't seen him. That's the first time I've really heard the name.
Oh,
Right.
Oh, okay,
Not that small a town.
sure.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Yeah, to the docks then, folks.
Yeah. Head on down.
Go to Marius.
Heading on up towards the northern district. As you cross the bridge, heading towards the main warehouse area to the docks, you do see Marius, who is standing up there, looking over the water, still slightly dripping. It looks as though he's done some morning diving, as he is holding this strange metallic helmet. It has a long tube coming out of the front of it.
Interesting.
And he is talking to Dr. Sada.
Oh.
Hey. That's
It's,
a good sign.
You approach, they turn, with a nod of recognition. That is where we're going to take a break. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a 10-minute intermission so that we can stretch our legs, we can get some water. You do the same. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back, everyone. Hope that you enjoyed your break. So, now that we are back to the docks, you're approaching the edge of the docks where you see Marius and Dr. Sada, who, as you approach, Dr. Sada kind of excitedly waves over. Oh, hello there. It's morning. Did you all sleep?
Yeah, as much. Yeah.
Excellent.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
Right.
I had
So
a feeling.
I remembered that I promised you a few things, and I went by the night's rest. Couldn't find you there. Assumed that you might be returning to the scene of the crime, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well,
I have stuff for you. Right.
Oh.
Right.
And she brings up this very large sack that doesn't look to be a cloth that you recognize. It's not woven. It's not. From this distance, it almost looks shiny. I figured I asked you all to maybe bring back something dangerous, even if it's dead. It might actually be harmful. So this is. I figured you could keep the body in there, along with, I've got this, and she pulls out, as promised, a much larger version of the metallic tube that she gave, that the current spine that you have is being housed in.
Cool.
This should hold a few more of them, unless there's any really large ones. And then also, there's the 3 potions I promised you are in there. Don't rattle it too much. Actually, I'm just going to keep this out of there. So, there's that for you,
that.
and I guess you've got the one already. Let's give you that one. And right, I realized if this was in the direction that y'all were referring, where you came from, I should probably talk to Marius here about getting you across river.
Yeah, and will you let Galkin know again what we're doing?
That will be back.
Yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely. He should be coming in. He's doing I'll be doing a checkup on his arm. Should be fine. But
Thank you.
Yeah.
you're welcome. I'm gonna go sleep now.
You
Please do.
should.
Please.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
good seeing you. And Marius, Zara, she, with somehow more energy than you would expect from this absent-minded yet frantic person, heads back off towards her shop.
Bye, Doc.
Well, I also didn't sleep.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, maybe this will take the edge off.
Oh, God, I love you.
Well,
And he
He kept it cool for you.
yes.
Oh.
Chilled.
You can see I wasn't expecting that.
Gives it a nice bite.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's real good. Good to see you all again.
You too.
Good to see you.
What, right, you're here to talk to me.
Right.
So I've got some news on the front. So, like Sada said, she asked for me to get you a boat cross river. I've got that for you,
Awesome.
Thank you.
Excellent.
and yeah, looks like what you're asking for was not down there.
Oh.
Bummer.
Yeah, at least not that I could find. Still going through the bits that we've recovered, but if you say you didn't see it on the boat,
Unfortunately,
It's
no.
probably gone.
Did you find anything at the bottom of the river?
oh yeah, we found lots of boxes, lots of crates,
Anything of note?
a couple of bodies.
Oh.
Yeah, but that'd be of note.
Anyone gone missing recently that their loved ones should be aware that a body was found?
No, I think they were all.
Presumably from.
Oh,
I
from
think so.
the
Yeah.
ship.
I'm sure they have loved ones
Forgive
somewhere,
me, that was a
but-
rather morbid attempt to
Oh, you went
conclusion.
really dark with
No.
that. Yeah, no. This is, listen, lots of stuff gets dumped here, but nothing like that.
Forgive me, I'm not familiar with these frontier towns.
It's all right. I mean, I'm sure it happens, just not on my docks.
Right.
Right.
Sure.
Okay, so you're still going through the stuff.
Yeah. So now I'm going through all the inventory.
Okay,
That's probably gonna take me the better part of today.
okay.
All right.
So we can check back in when we get back.
When we return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Few days.
Okay.
Listen, I'll very likely will have a favor to ask of you when you get back, but I'm really hoping that I won't. So
What would that be?
I'll find out when. If so the contraband or whatever you were saying.
Right.
Sure.
Yes.
Either it wasn't there at all, which would be great.
That it
But
would.
if you've got reliable sources, then it's gone down the Condor flow. Couple of other chests of note have gone down that way.
Got it.
I'm really hoping that they're in the warehouse. We're doing inventory now, like I said. If they're not in there, I really need them back.
Got it.
So, yeah. Like I said, might have a job for you, but
Well,
I'm gonna go do this job first.
And we're
great.
gonna go do this job for Dr.
Yeah.
Sada. We'll be back in a few days' time. and-
Also, when we're back, I want to know more about this underwater breathing
Oh, this.
machine.
Yeah. No, it's my my rebreather.
Cool. I want to know how to make one.
You're welcome to look at it.
Cool.
I couldn't teach you anything about making it. No, we
Yeah.
have them delivered.
Okay. Well, I would love to inspect it more when we're back.
Sure.
Cool.
Well,
I think we have everything.
Yeah.
If you're ready to get us across.
absolutely. I'm not gonna be getting you across. My good buddy Marco, he's gonna be doing that. He'll be your captain for the day, and by captain I mean he's gonna be rowing you in the boat.
Great.
But respect him like he's the captain, because he's a good worker.
You got it, Mike.
Yeah.
Aye.
Hey. All right.
Thank you, Marius.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you. I mean, I imagine this would have gone very differently without y'all here. So, yeah, if you just and he leans back towards the mill section, and he just calls in, Marco. There you go. And you see a younger, must be in his teens, coming out inside. Yes. It's like, I'm gonna send them with you. Yep. All right. Hi, I'm Marco.
Hi.
Hi, Captain.
Hello.
You didn't have to do that. Listen, gives him a bit of a punch on the arm. You stay safe out there. Hope to see you back here soon.
You should sleep.
Yeah.
Not today.
Oh.
All right. And Maddie turns around and makes his way over towards the one of the open warehouses where you can see piles of boxes. Some of them with seaweed still or like a kelp still on them. All right. Well, we've got this. We've got a rowboat down here. It should be able to fit us all. Yes. No, we've anticipated. When I say rowboat, I hope it's not just going to be. We're all going to be doing some rowing. Come on.
Great.
And-
When we come back, we
Yeah.
might have a cart that will also need to come
Oh.
over
Oh,
this side.
okay. I can let Marius know that. Thank you for letting me know that. That
Yeah.
wouldn't fit in this. And by this time you've gotten to the
no.
edge, and you can see it's though he says rowboat, it's about 12 feet long. There's 3 rows of chairs or benches, and multiple sets of oars, and a large space in the middle that appears to have been cleared away of where there would have been another bench. So, all right, all aboard.
Let's do this.
Okay.
All right.
One by one.
So, which of you, any of you feel like helping me out here? I'm happy to do some rowing, but I'm gonna need at least 2 more. All right, you and anyone else?
Sure.
Everyone's going
I
good.
will.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It makes it much easier.
Probably
Me too.
handles better than a log. Yeah.
It's out of towners, they say the weirdest things. All right, and whoever's in the which one of you? So there's kind of a couple of areas in the back to sit. Who might be taking this back section?
I'll go towards the back.
Yeah, me too.
Aaron will put himself at the prow,
All right.
proudly.
Of course you will.
All right, so if you two wouldn't mind just untying, casting us off, and we'll get going.
All right.
Cool.
You got it.
With that, you begin rowing in as much unison as possible. The current of the Condor Flow, it's not too strong. It is a large river, and so because of that, there's lots of room for the water to move. But you do, rather than going straight across, are having to go at a bit of an angle. And I am going to ask for a quick group athletics.
Like, this is not.
From all of us or just the rowers?
Just the rowers.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, I don't row.
Oh, okay.
Yep, same.
19.
Athletics, you say?
mhm.
17.
All right.
It's pretty good.
All right. And
Andy is not strong, but worked out.
well, very handily, you all make it, and with Marco's solid 22.
Ooh, Marco.
Yeah,
Captain Furry's
Look
kid.
at
He is,
us.
though he is young, you can see with every stroke, he spends his days working in a mill. Yes, he is, no vanity muscles in this kid. It is all there to work.
A singular few beads of sweat just dripping off of his brow. Yeah.
No, with the strength of the lot of you, you're actually able to get quite a good with every stroke. There's a cutting into the water, and you actually do kick up a little bit of spray off of the bow. But it does take a little bit of time to get to the other side. But as you do, you're actually able to make a little bit of a way upriver even more. You go off of the Condor Flow and work your way towards the river where you came down from the Mifstrian. But now you're working directly against the current. It is a little more difficult, but you are... This is still a river port town. There's still a dock that you are making your way towards. Marco says, you any good with a rope at all?
I have some handiwork.
Oh.
Yes, I could probably assist.
Cool. I tell you what. In that case, how are you? Can you just hold it for me?
Sure.
I'm gonna come up to you, and here we go. 1, 2, and heave. And with that last one, he pulls back and stands, and in a very practiced motion, comes up to you, grabs the rope, and the timing of the rowboat coming right up to the dock as he leaps off, grabs a cleat on the edge of the dock, ties it up. And with that, you are docked.
What
Smooth.
a pro.
Wow.
You are very good at this.
I've done this a few times. Yeah,
Oh, you should be very proud.
I do. I do like the water.
Did a great job. Thank you,
Thank you.
Captain.
So you said cot's gonna be needed on the way back.
Potentially.
Potentially, yes,
Yeah.
a ferry across will be needed for some additional
All right.
supplies.
Yeah, we can sort something out. We've got a barge. We can. It's nothing fancy, but it'll get stuff from one side to the other.
All right.
That's all we need.
Do we just return right here, or?
That's a great question.
Oh.
Yeah, how do we reach you to let you know that we're here?
My job was to get you to the other side.
Cool.
Right.
I could
I'm sure we'll
I
figure
could
it out.
ask a bird to come and say hello.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Darndest things.
GM, about how far across is the river?
Oh, the Condor Flow was. I'm trying to remember the exact number.
I'm just wondering if message could get from one bank to the other. It's not far. It's like 25
100
feet.
feet.
So I don't think.
Oh.
That is beyond the range of the Condor
Yeah. Okay.
Flow. Yeah.
I thought so. I just wanted to clarify.
If at any point a bird comes and like taps on your shoulder, that is us asking to come across the river.
Okay.
It's very clever.
It would tap. There's
Well, unless you weren't able to speak to animals, are you?
no.
Then yes, it will just tap on your shoulder. I'll tell it to tap 3 times on
Okay.
your shoulder.
So if a bird lands on my shoulder and taps 3 times, I'm to come get you, or I'm to tell Marius that you're here
And we need a barge.
and we need. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have to be me?
Are you scared of birds?
I'm just. I'm not saying that birds have tapped on my shoulder before, but
I could tell them to tell the bird to go find Marius.
That
if
would
you
be
think he'd less
amazing.
scared. Oh,
you, we're taking me, the middleman, out of it.
That's fair. It's very true.
The
because
middle
Marius,
captain.
Yeah, the middle captain.
Right.
And you see he blushes a little bit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, if you could let Marius know that that is a
Yeah.
thing that's going
Or
to
if
happen.
back home we use birds to send letters. If that's a little less off-putting.
I mean, I suppose I could put a letter in the bird's feet and have him do that. Let me double check.
Your
That-
freaky hands. How far can they go?
Not far.
These
Yeah,
can
prob-
go pretty far.
And mine's quite elegant. Thank you very much.
Yeah, freaky is
Sorry.
not the right word.
Oh, actually, no, I can have it make a sound, so it will deliver a message for me in my voice. So
Wow.
we can
Oh,
make that happen.
okay. Well, that sounds a lot more reliable than tapping on the shoulder. Okay. If a bird would talk in your voice, you know what? The middleman would like to be back in. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. We can make that happen. I will have the bird go to you, and it will say, "Hello, it is time for us to go on the boat."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I would love that.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I look forward to your bird.
Yeah.
Well,
I look forward to sending the bird. I've never done it before, so it's
this
going to be
would be
exciting.
a first time for me too. This is
Oh my
what
God.
a day. I'm
Really exciting.
all right. Well, I got to get back.
Yes.
Right, of course.
Thank you, Marco.
Thank you, Captain Marco.
You're, he hops back into the boat. You're welcome. And with the same deftness that as he hops into the boat, seems to untie the rope and just head on back.
Master.
Talented.
Master of his craft.
It's a good kid.
He's very good at what he does.
All right. Well, off to find the cart.
Right. You know where we're going? I have no idea.
Yeah, I'd like to get my bearings now that we're on this side again.
Absolutely.
Just be like, which way towards the cart?
So from here, you had made your way down the Mifstrian, and you can follow it fairly due east.
Great.
The cart that you had found was in view of the Mifstrian. You were pretty close to it.
Yeah.
So give me a survival.
Can I assist him?
Sure. You could even.
Do you want to roll?
We can
On
both
separate?
roll.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You said survival.
Yeah.
8.
9.
It's very easy. It was a 5.
Bare minimum.
Again, it was by the river.
Boom.
You know quite well, as the outdoorsy type that you both are, that if you just follow the river, you should be able to find your way back. I will say, yeah, that's about what you have.
Just keep an eye out for giant spiders
Right.
and whatever
Okay.
made those giant quills.
Mm.
Sounds fun.
flip through my book and press my hand to my chest and cast a mage armor.
Okay, how long does that one last?
8 hours, I believe. Let me double check. It is a while.
Also, about the quills, I totally forgot that I have the tools to kind of check them out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Do we
If
want
we
to do
wanted-
that when we rest for the night?
Let's
Take a
do
look?
that.
Okay. I was also watching a little bit of what Dr. Sada was doing, so if you need some help, I'm a quick learner, so I could
I
probably
would
have
love
a
some
little
help.
Okay.
Do I?
Now that you have turned your attention away from Captain Marco heading back across the Conderflow, looking about being on the eastern shore, you are still in Riversmeet, but this section is. As you turn to look back, you are not met with houses, but you are met with a well-paved road, a very smooth stone that is lining the edge of the dock. And the dock that you're on is a very well-kept wooden boardwalk that follows along the edge and comes, as you can see, you are about midway from to your left as you look towards the east, the dock ending and going off on a road kind of into the wilderness. And to your right, looking back towards the main of Riversmeet, the dock continues on and hugs where the two rivers meet. And across from this road, you have a large, it's a stone wall that is adorned in flowering vines. As you look up above this, you can see, not directly next to you, but a little ways beyond that, is the 3-storied home that was pointed out as, as you would actually recognize as the Overseer's home.
And here we have the charming abode where the overseer of the town does reside. Who is the overseer again, Jim? You mentioned it 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
but my notes are...
Overseer Castavan.
Yes. Overseer Castavan currently
Do you
takes residency.
do you have a relation with this overseer?
No, I've not had any encounters with them, nor have I heard much about their goings about town. They're not really one to make public appearance, it would seem. Though it did appear that Captain Fury does have a working relationship with them, so should anything of dire importance come to our attention on this journey, we would likely have to report to them in order to gain the attention of the overseer.
Great.
No need
The
to-
overseer is in charge.
Precisely.
The area where you are very much appears to be like a public dock, so to speak. But this whole section where the Mifstry and the Conderflow meet is the main residential area of Castavan's estate.
Is there any of the guards patrolling the walls?
No, it's
or
not
they
so
have
much.
posted outside of
It's
it?
not very. It's not like a wall that people could patrol on. It's more of just a privacy and security wall.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's they. You know that as the overseer, it's likely that there are members of the town guard protecting him, but that's about it.
Well, Captain Fury, I'm sure, has brought the overseer up to speed, so probably no need for us to pop by for a morning house
No,
call,
no need to
right?
alert the authorities as of this current moment, no. But should we need to refer back here, should we need to move with urgency to get their attention, this is the place to go.
Excellent.
Great.
I just keep building out the map in my spellbook as we walk the town, labeling things that Aaron points out and things I notice.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, so let's just go up the bank. I think it's probably the
Yeah.
safest.
Yeah,
Right?
follow the river.
Stay by the water.
Sounds
Alright.
good.
Keep an eye out for spiders.
Yeah.
Alright.
And I guess river zombies now?
Oh gosh.
We are upstream, so hopefully whatever came out of the Fairbanks went downstream.
That's the hope.
Mm-hmm.
That's what things do in rivers.
Typically.
They go down.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright,
Okay,
we're on the
I'm
walk.
going, yeah, I'll start walking.
Following this path that is well paved, as soon as the docks end, it too kind of fades into a more dirt road. And you can see that this one isn't very often used, except for two wheel grooves that appear to have been sort of worn into it. This path continues. The path ahead of you, it is open, it is clear fields. The sun is high in the sky, and you can see the Mifstrian stretching out ahead of you at the beginning of a decently long journey. At least one day's travel from here to get to where you believe you are heading towards.
I know that the cart was coming from River's Meet to Upstrom. I would like to, as we're walking, just kind of glance around where the two divots are and watch for a change in pattern. If there's ever a point where it looks like it got dragged off or like an initial scuffle might have taken
Gotcha.
place, just in case where the cart isn't where it had been.
I see. So with this, if you are constantly sort of looking at the tracks to see, it would definitely be a slowing of the pace.
Gotcha.
If you would like, though, we can use your passive investigation to just casually be keeping an eye out. So what is your investigation?
My passive investigation is 9.
Okay. Good to know. As you are beginning the walk, the first 30, 45 minutes, there's still a calm feeling in the air. You can still hear the sounds of the town for the longest of time. It's still very much there. And aside from the knowledge of potential danger out there, you know that you aren't venturing into what is known as the Prowling Fields. And if anything, on the southern side here of the Mifstrian, it is the northern side that is far more dangerous.
Good.
So, though something has happened on this side, there is still a gentle breeze, and now for the first time for a couple of you, really being outside in the wild and in unprotected and uncontained nature. There's a wash of that feeling over you.
So, I was thinking, while we are walking, so the place where there's about a day out to the cart, but that is also where we met some giant spiders, and so I don't know if we want to be fighting them right before bed if there are more spiders. So maybe what we do is we make camp right a bit before,
So not right at the cart.
but a bit before, just in case of, surprise spiders.
That's my least favorite kind of spider.
Yeah, that. I
Right.
no surprise spiders, please.
That sounds less fun. So
That's great. That's a great idea. We
I'm
can
helpful.
Keep an eye out for something that looks habitable.
Absolutely. As we get closer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Works for me.
You've walked this path before, we shall follow your lead.
We have logged past this before.
Right.
You are at least more familiar with it than we are.
I definitely looked at all of it.
Yeah.
Still a bit baffled by this log form
We
travel.
will show
that's,
you when we
I
go
was
to Upstrom.
told.
It's real cool.
Yeah,
It was
does
real
sound
fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Probably less zombies on a log than on a ship.
There were no zombies, no.
Yeah.
Good.
But I've never been on a ship either. Is it? I imagine it is not common for there to be zombies on a ship either. So.
I can't say I've been on a ship either, but
Yeah.
no ship I've ever heard of. Well,
No.
it's not something they're known for typically.
Yeah, I don't think it's normal.
No.
Good to know.
I should hope not anyway.
Yeah.
All right. While we are taking this journey, is there anything? First off, is anyone going to be keeping a lookout or keeping a traveling watch, so to speak?
I would definitely be keeping a traveling watch.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the opposite. If there's two sides of the path, wherever Duati's looking, I'll look in the opposite direction.
Okay.
I'd definitely be very observational, but more because I'm like trying to take detailed field notes and track like a map as we travel. So less looking out for danger and more just looking and making note. But I don't have to look at the book to make those notes, so I'll keep eyes up.
Okay. If I could then get perception rolls from everyone who is essentially the lookouts for this leg of the journey.
Shit, I don't trust you. You rolled it.
Yeah. That's the main one.
Oh, not good.
Soft 20.
Soft 20,
14.
14. Okay.
5.
5. Finn, as you're looking about, your mind is just overtaken with everything that is there. And though you are wanting to try and focus, you find all of this, though not new information, you've seen trees before,
Sure.
but this new just expanse has a lot. And you find yourself focused more on the actual writing, even though you don't have to look down into it. That is where your brain immediately goes.
That makes sense.
Aaron and Duwathi, this first leg of the journey, you do not spy any sort of, or anything that you would deem as a threat. Looking back towards River's Meet, you do see a couple of carts and carriages coming up from the south, up from the Conderflow in the same direction. It appears as though travel by river is not the only way of getting to and from this town.
Where are they coming from?
Well, Duwathi, your focus and attention is where you are going. And as you've spent a lot of time by this river, and you can see in the distance, as the day progresses, the forest on the opposite bank approaching. You know the woods, and as time passes, they become denser and denser, until, as you look across the other side of the Mifstrian, there is a bank and open greenery, and then speckles of trees, and then dense wood.
Oh, wow.
And you'd swear for a moment you do see a couple of silvery reflective eyes in the forest, and then they vanish.
Oh. What would be looking at me from the forest, Aiken?
Hmm?
What would be looking at me from the forest, Aiken?
Oh. Well, people, maybe. Not likely. What kind of creatures would I know from wandering around?
many in sort of the canine variety, foxes, wolves. Those would be the big things in the forest. There's also then deer. In this area, probably nothing in the mountain lion variety, but you do know that the farther that you get, that is an option.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it'll be. We're just walking.
Oh yeah.
You know.
No, and that's on the other side of the river,
Oh,
and
good.
we're on this side of the river, so it is totally fine. I was just curious what kind of things would live in that forest.
Yeah, I mean, lots of things, but we don't fully know
Oh,
everything that's living in the forest.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's fascinating. Because the forest is dangerous.
Parts of the forest are dangerous.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of things are dangerous, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try not to venture too far out. It's dangerous.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye though. I'll just tap my
Definitely
stick.
keep an eye out. Yeah. That worries me more than I expected it to.
Let's just keep an eye.
Yeah.
It's going to be just fine.
It'll be fine. Just keep walking.
At this point, you've been traveling. It is well into midday.
Okay. Should we stop and have a quick snack?
Sure.
Or do we want to walk and snack?
I mean, I like walking and snacking.
Walk and snack.
But we should definitely keep an eye out for a place to rest.
Yeah.
Since we're gonna lose daylight in a couple of hours, probably.
Well, that
Right.
doesn't bother me all that much, but you can't see in the dark all that well.
No.
How can you?
Yeah.
Although I got some brand new torches, so
Ooh. Okay.
They also need to sleep more.
That's right. You sleep so much.
just
I
6
forgot.
hours a night, plus 2 hours of meditation and writing. Right.
So much sleeping.
How much do you sleep?
Don't. Well, sleep is kind of a. It's kind of a light rest for about 4 hours or so.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Can you teach me
I mean, I
to
can
not sleep?
to not sleep. I can try, but
Finn, there are benefits to closing your eyes for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I
It
think
just seems
it's
like time
good
lost.
for you. No.
when I asked the humans in Upstream, they said that it was good for them to sleep that much and that they needed to, but that I didn't need to, and
Right.
so I don't know if it would be bad for you. I don't.
Well, I have found
No?
that 6 hours is pretty much the required, or I start the mental
Do
you get grumpy?
faculties. It's more just like fog-headed, right?
Then best stick to what you have found.
Yeah, I think it's probably best if you sleep.
I mean, you sleep.
I
like a
love
lot.
sleep.
You were hard to wake up some of those mornings in between before we met our new friends.
You know,
Not like we had much going on, but
I think especially after time at the Atergog where I had to be up,
right.
it's nice to sleep while I can.
Time at the what?
Oh,
Oh, the Atricog.
yeah, that's where we studied.
Right. It's where we were before.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
in
Right.
Sarosmina.
Lots of people who had been doing what you were doing now, but for a long time, were been teaching you, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And
makes
people
sense.
like us who don't know what the heck they're doing.
Yup.
Learning from
Also
those
that.
people.
Okay.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Some might call it a school, but it's more than that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to
It is.
kind of put into words, but we learned a lot.
Not enough, apparently.
Well, yeah. What we learned is useful for what we're supposed to be doing,
right.
which has shifted a bit.
That's where you learn to fix the cart.
They do have carts, and
Well, I probably, I mean, I learned to fix things from a early age. My dad was a smith.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I learned. My sisters weren't really interested, so I was the first one who kind of liked doing what he did.
So you have sisters?
Yeah.
what's that like?
Fine. I don't know.
My father's very angry I didn't follow in his footsteps, so I'm sure yours is quite proud.
He is to a certain extent.
Huh.
Sounds like a dad.
Yeah, I feel he would have rather I took over for him, but
Right. Huh. So we do have something in common.
yeah.
Huh.
Do you have any brothers and sisters then who could do what your father wanted them to do?
No, just me. Lone disappointment.
Oh.
Right.
You're not at all a disappointment. No matter what your father might tell you.
I can't help but feel after 2 field exercises knocking me on my butt that perhaps he was right.
That's not okay.
Finn, that information remains in River's Meat. There's no need for you to presume that your father will know of your failures just yet.
Well, that's true. Better give him something to be proud of then.
Precisely.
We also learned stuff.
Exactly.
You're drawing this beautiful map, and you have this hand that goes wee, and your coat is so clean. That sounds like it's very
you.
impressive to me. I don't know how to do any of those.
I didn't
things.
end up finding a tailor, but
Oh, I totally forgot.
that's all right. Something tells me it's going to get more ragged.
Okay. Maybe when we're back then.
Right.
I
You actually
can-
see there is a patch of dirt from on the bottom of the coat that Finn is like trying not to address.
I mean, you're in the field now.
Right.
So-
yeah, it seems
Yeah.
like a futile.
Yeah, I fixed my. I mean, I made most of my clothes, but I fixed them on over. So,
They look great.
oh, thank you.
Very homespun, yes.
Very literally. I don't know that of any other way to get clothes, but I made most of them.
What about you? Do you have family, Tuati?
Yeah. I had a whole family. Yeah,
Oh,
my mom and my dad and my brothers growing up.
and are they okay?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, one of my brothers is he passed away a few years ago.
I'm
So-
sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, it's not. It was very sad, but it was. That was a while ago, so it's not like
Right.
it happened last week or anything. It was quite a few years ago, but they're doing just fine.
Good. Will we meet them heading up north?
I don't think so. We'd have to go pretty far upstream, I think.
Maybe someday.
It would be nice, but I don't think so. Anyway, I'm going to start passing out jerky to everybody.
Thank you.
Fruit snacks.
Fruit sticks.
All right. So are we taking a break here, or we can?
Okay.
We're road snacks.
We're just
and eating.
walking
Walking
and
and-
eating and chatting and looking for a suitable place to
Yeah,
rest.
as the light starts to fade, I'll start
Yeah.
looking for
Start.
a snug spot.
Snug spot.
Snug spot.
As you continue on walking, and the light beginning to fade, you Dorothy, give me a nature check if you're kind of the one looking at the front here.
Let me double check that skill. Got it. All right, you rolled good last time.
Poop. 8.
8. Okay.
I rolled poop.
There's some scat.
What kind?
I only rolled an 8.
Oh, no. I know what you're
As the
doing.
light begins to fade, looking about for a cozy place on the river is it's difficult to do. It's all open ground. Continuing on, the river is winding and bending. But as you come across one final bend, you didn't recognize it before. But now, having come around it, you can see off in the distance, as the sun is just starting to get to the bits of twilight with over the forest, you see the remains of the cart.
Oh! Haha, found it.
Oh,
Right.
well,
So we should probably rest here.
it
Yeah.
has come upon
I
us,
think,
yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's probably a good idea.
Just throwing this out there. If the cart's basically in eyesight and we want to, I mean, if there's spiders at the cart,
Do we want
there
to
might as
scoot
well be
backwards?
spiders here.
We could scoot backwards.
We could.
Sure, if that makes you feel more comfortable. I mean, what
This
do you...
is sparsely populated with trees.
Sparsely, yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is there an area that has a little bit more bushery? if you will?
Bushery.
A little more bushery. It's difficult to see from here. You might need to move away from the river in order to look. There's, why don't you, looking around for a suitable place to give up camp, this would be survival checks. And I'll say anyone who wants to be looking for a suitable
Sure,
place
I'll
may
help.
attempt to
I
do
will
so.
also
I have no idea what to look for.
Yeah.
Why am I rolling?
DM, where can we find the bushery?
14.
16.
14, 16.
Oh, that was bad, a 4.
Okay. Andy, very much. That is the bushery. What is how?
I see a bush.
bushery?
The butchery where you buy bushes.
However, the two of you wander not fully away from the party, still within definite eyesight and earsight, but you do see far enough away from the edge of the river and out of sight of the cart. There is a small, though cleared of trees, a collection of shrubs and bushes that as you come closer, they're not creating a protective circle by any means, but it would protect from winds and maybe keep you out of sight of some things.
Great.
Okay.
This should be great.
Yeah.
We can set up camp, and then in the morning we'll do a fresh look. But I think we should probably keep an eye out.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
sounds great.
I mean, it should be pretty easy because the three of us, we don't need to sleep on that much, so
Yeah.
it should
Right.
be okay. Not so
It's
bad.
to be a very pleasant evening, so.
Yeah. I mean, just wake me up when you want me to be up.
Okay.
Maybe
Right.
closer in the morning when the sun is
Yeah,
coming up.
that would be nice, yes.
You know what I could also do is ask the animals around and see if there are any spiders.
We can.
You
I
can
could
do
do
that.
that. If you give me a few minutes, I could ask around and see if this is a good spot while we're kind of setting up.
Sure.
Do we want to ask the same creature? Or you take some, I take some?
How about you ask? We can ask the same one. We can kind of have a nice
Okay.
little conversation. If you give me about 10 minutes.
Same. Yeah.
All right. So,
So, yeah,
looking
I-
about for a creature.
Well,
Yeah.
first I would like to take 10 minutes and I would like to ritually cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And then I would like to go looking about for a creature.
Same.
Yeah. So I sit crisscross applesauce. And then I'll sit and I'll hold my hands together and hold onto my bracelet in my palm and kind of breathe.
And are we both ritual casting, or all right? So as the two of you take 10 minutes to focus on your energies, focus on the world around you, and attempt to combine them.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit back to back with Duafi.
Okay. In those 10 minutes, would any of you like to do anything?
Does everybody out here speak with animals? I feel very left out.
The first that I've seen, the rivers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, they spend a lot of time in the wilderness, so makes sense.
Well, they don't have a Chauncey, so
No.
right.
I'm just going to find the fattest bit of dirt by a tree and see if I can make a bit of a space for us to at least enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
It is a
Sure.
beautiful grove.
Yeah.
However,
It is.
might get cold in the evening.
Yeah, I was gonna say, should we? Well, I guess we should wait to see if we're
Precisely.
staying
We
here
don't
before
want
we
to-
start a
we
fire.
don't want to draw any tension.
Yeah.
However,
No, that's smart.
It's not dark
Familiarize.
or cold yet.
Yeah.
familiarize yourselves with your surroundings. We might never return here.
Right.
That's true.
Take it in. Appreciate its nature, its beauty.
It's been a while.
So,
I feel very out of place.
All right. So as 10 minutes passed, both of your consciousnesses open. And it's as if the audio of the world around you has been heightened. Looking around for any sort of creature, there's nothing immediately in your vicinity. What would you like to look for?
Maybe like a rabbit or a squirrel or something that is used to running from big creatures, so therefore would probably be aware of big giant spiders.
Yeah, I would. It's kind of like near twilight now.
Mhm.
I'd like to reach out for any like night birds. So
Mm.
like if there's any owls or night hawks or any of that kind of variety to see if they've seen anything flying around.
What's your passive perception?
14.
14. All right. Looking around for some rabbits or any of the smaller ground creatures, and there's nothing that immediately appears around. It seems fairly scarce of creatures, especially now that 5 large creatures plus 1 metal creature had entered into the space. However, as you stop and listen, you do hear the
Good evening.
Skip on over, but I can.
My friend and I here, Duafi. I'm Aiken. Hi.
Hello.
as you are now speaking out into the world.
Yeah. Could you come nearer so we can talk to you, please?
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
You're echoing from the tree line.
Do you want us to come to you, or do you want to come to us?
You come to me, please.
Duafi.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
And as you come closer and closer, you can see just blending in against one of the trees. The only reason that you are able to see it is being directed purely by the sound. As the head spins around and you see 2 large eyes of a brown owl.
Oh, you're so majestic.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry to bother you, but we were looking. We've been here before, and we met some big spiders. That things. Have you seen any, like recent, like today?
Oh, yes.
Nearby?
Oh, they're everywhere.
Oh, okay. Well, I hate
The
that.
big and the small. I eat the small.
Great.
You should keep eating the small. I think that's great. But also, is this a place that's safe-ish to sleep from the spiders?
Somewhat.
That's better than not. Okay.
It is as safe as everywhere else.
That is well.
So if you were to say, meet these spiders in the wild, do they spend a lot of time on the ground or in the trees? Would it be safer to be where you are, for instance?
Oh no.
You know, a quick thing. While we have your conversation, we are also looking for these creatures. They look like us, you know, like people, but they are not so much alive anymore, and they're kind of gross, and they make weird sounds.
They have spines.
They have
Sometimes they blow up.
Have you seen anything like that?
I did a while ago.
Oh, was it close to here?
It was that way. And he folds out his one wing and points directly away from the cart and the almost perpendicular to the river itself.
So more into the woods, essentially.
Well, on this side of the
Or-
river, you don't really have dense wood.
Not-
It's all sparse.
The shrubberies.
Yeah, more just away from
Inland.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense. We knew it was inland from the cart. Okay,
It's gone now.
it's gone now.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's there, but it's not moving.
Oh.
Oh!
Maybe we can look at that after the cart.
That sounds great. You've been so. Do you remember about how far away from the cart? If you were flying from the cart to the not moving thing, do you know about how long it would take you?
It would take me as long as it would to fly there.
You
Fair
know,
enough. That I suppose
they're right.
I did not think
Yeah.
about that. That is an appropriate answer. Okay.
Do you have any favorite snacks out here of like the berry variety?
Mice?
Mice are also.
I went looking for some small
Yeah.
mice. I didn't find anything.
It's hard.
I'm so sorry. I would help you find the mouse, but I did not find any. But good luck. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. This was pleasant talk.
It was so nice to
So
meet you.
I don't do this often.
Neither do I. You're one of the first.
Ooh, you are the first.
Thank you so much.
Here, I'll break off a tiny piece of the dried meat
Oh, I'm
that
glad
I was
that you-
eating earlier, and just
Ooh.
Here, and they'll.
And as you do, you hear that as he flies down, pops it out of the air before he lands on an opposite tree from you.
Thank
Wow.
you. Okay, we should.
We should go tell the others that there's definitely spiders everywhere.
Everywhere.
Okay, great. Okay.
It'll be fine. We took care of the first ones. If we see
Well,
more.
just keep watch. It's going to be just fine.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
So
we'll skip back in.
so we
Goodbye.
should.
Goodbye.
Just from an outsider's perspective.
Yeah.
are
You
they-
just hear.
They're just moving? Yeah. Okay.
And then them go, goodbye!
Totally say that last bit in comment.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Okay.
Good talk.
Yeah. So we should definitely. Here's good. I will say that this owl that we spoke to, he was very nice and very, very knowledgeable. He did say that there's spiders everywhere.
Cool.
And that there is no place that's particularly safer than any other. So while I think I had a good chat with the avoiding of the cart, at this point they're kind of everywhere. But alternatively, he also said that this is as safe as it can be, and we are totally capable of handling it. So he also seemed to think there were more small. He really was focused on more the small spiders than the big spiders because he eats them.
Spiders
makes sense.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did specifically say
Everywhere.
Seems like information you could have kept to yourself.
I think you should know.
No, I
That
think
sounds
that's
fair.
rather important to know if there's the possibility of spiders.
I feel like we did say surprise spider was the worst kind of spider.
Yeah,
so I wanted
don't
to
want
avoid
surprise
surprise
spider. Well, I mean, since you three don't need as much sleep, do you think you could, like,
space it out.
yeah.
maybe?
And I'm able to
keep
assist a bit
watch?
more than just with my eyes. I have a particular family knowledge that can alert me should anyone come trespassing too close.
That's fantastic.
amazing.
The little trick you used on the
Should we
door.
tell them the other bit of info?
Oh, that's right. I almost
The other
completely
bit.
forgot. There is a dead one of those creatures directly
Ah.
inland from the cart. It is dead. It is not living.
That's the kind of
So-
information we appreciate.
Exactly.
And it's about an owl's flight away.
That is
He did
meaningless.
not give us very much specifics. on it.
Okay.
Right.
Well, it's something.
You know, I could actually let me grab my thing here. I can also give us some help.
Oh, good.
I could summon a creature to help us
Oh.
watch, but it would not be the whole time. It would just be a little bit. But you know, any help, as long as I do it, if I take an early watch, that would be more helpful.
I can also take an early watch. Well, especially knowing the spiders are everywhere. Imagining it might be hard to fall asleep tonight. And like I said, I'd like to do my writing before bed.
Yep. I'll take second watch then.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess just wake me up if there are spiders.
And Chauncey doesn't sleep. He can watch for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Okay.
He
Well
can
then.
help you.
Sure. Yeah. If we put Chauncey on one side, and then I will summon a bird, and we can sort of.
I like this plan.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
And allow me, I think since spiders are the climbing sort, I think I should set up some sort of perimeter higher up than the ground level. So, GM, I'd like to just set up an alarm spell in a 20-foot cube around wherever we center ourselves. And you'll see Aaron's...
So to do that, we should probably first decide where you're going to set.
Oh,
Right.
gotcha.
Oh, right by the
Yes.
shrooms.
Okay.
Thought we were-
Yeah,
Still
right
by
by
the
the
shrubs.
yeah.
Yeah, we were
A
planning.
little bit of
Okay.
cover.
All right. So taking cover within the shrubbery, which the shrubs themselves roughly they are farther apart than. Is it a 20-foot radius?
So it's
'cause-
20-foot cube, so 20 foot on
Right.
each side.
So the radius of the alarm spell, or the whole alarm spell, would mostly stay within the shrubs. It's not a condensed sort of area. It is slightly apart. It's roughly between 20 and 25 feet from one shrub to the other. The nearest tree being probably 35, 40 feet away from the center of the shrubs. So it
Well,
is
iron.
fairly it's sparsely treed.
Still handy.
Just in case anything comes up behind us.
Yeah. I'll post up by one of the shrubs and use my Mask of the Wild feature to just kind of blend in to the shrub a little bit.
How long does that last?
It's a wood elf trait, so you can attempt to hide when you are only lightly obscured.
Okay.
Do you want to do that more when you are on watch, or
Just the whole time.
the whole time? Fair enough. Yeah. I will get going to go set up a campfire.
All right. Setting up a campfire, setting up an alarm around your space, attempting to hide within the shrubs. Now, this is something that would be active for you. So during your time of sleeping, probably, as you
Hey, that
begin to
tree's
settle
snoring.
in for the night, who is going to be taking watches?
We're going to take. I'm first watch and you were first watch?
Yeah, probably better if we watch together. Like, I can't see in the dark very far.
Fair
but
enough.
Keep you some company.
Sure.
I'll do second watch.
I'm third, I guess.
Okay. So as you fall asleep for the evening with a crackling fire and full bellies, may I get perception checks, the two of you for first watch?
Yes.
Actually, as I start the watch, though, I would like to get down again, kind of sitting down and crossing my hands and holding onto my hands together in my bracelet. I'm going to just breathe in the air and concentrate on the ground. And in front of me forms together a bird, a raven. I think in this instance would probably be good, or would an owl be better?
That is so
I can't remember which one has better dark vision. Whichever one has better dark vision. Let's go with an owl, I think. Hold on, let me find out. Should have had this pulled up.
It's all good.
You know,
An
this
owl
one
is going to have dark vision to 120 feet.
Let's do an owl.
That's pretty good.
Let's do an owl then. Let's do an owl, and I'll have him look kind of like a dark gray version of the owl that we just saw.
Okay.
And as I summon him, I'm just going to give him a quick scratch on the top of his head and ask him in Druidic. I'll just lean down and say, okay, if you could please help me out for the next hour that you are here. It is so lovely to meet you. And if you could just hang out and look around and see if there is anything coming to attack us, okay?
He nods at you.
Thank you.
And with that, immediately, and except for that first flap, silence.
You just made an owl.
Well, I summoned an owl.
You summoned an owl from
Certainly.
where?
Um,
You seem to just materialize.
everywhere?
Everywhere. Like the spiders.
Sort of. In this instance, it's more like, you know how everything is alive?
Most things.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, but if it isn't alive, it was alive, and how that's all kind of one thing.
The song. The Melos. Hasn't talked to you about any of this?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
In my terms, it's a different word. I like to think of it as a resonance, but you can call it alive. Everything. We all share this.
Okay.
So, you pulled an owl from the Melos.
I mean, if that's what you call it, I guess there's, we speak very different languages, so sure.
Right.
I don't. This language is still kind of new to me. I kind of practiced it, but I didn't really speak it before. So if you call
You're
it
a
in this
natural.
word the Melos, oh, thank you. But yeah. So he's just,
And he'll
would watch.
go back.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah, he's kind of a part of nature and things. So he'll help out, and then he'll, go back, and then I can summon him again tomorrow if I really wanted to. But it takes a lot of effort, so it's not a thing I want to do all the time.
Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
I understand.
But yeah,
That's a good trick. Well, I will
first
just
time I've done it too.
look with my human dark vision of 0 feet. And that's a 7 on the
And
die
go
for a
ahead and
total.
do 2 rolls for me, Duathi, 1 for you and 1 for your new owl friend.
Yeah, and he,
So
I
that's a
think he might
9
get
total for me.
9 for you, all right.
Let me double check.
And just to check,
Owl gets advantage.
Okay.
So, that's a natural 20 for me for a 26. And then for the owl, he does okay. For the owl, that is going to be a 14.
14. On this first watch, you both sit in soft conversation, but then focus. Finn, outside of the campfire, it is inky blackness unlike anything you've really seen before. Duatha, you hear the occasional owl, not your own, perhaps the one that you met, perhaps its friend. Every now and again, the breaking of a twig or a branch, far in the distance, in fact, from the other side of the river. And eventually, after an hour, your owl flies down onto your shoulder, just turns and looks at you, and nods.
I'll give him a quick scritch. You did such, and again in Druidic, you did such a good job. You have an absolutely amazing time, and I'm sure I'll see you again soon.
And as you finish saying that and give him scritches, folds into shadow and vanishes. The first watch goes with no issue.
Well, thank you for telling me about the Melos. That's very cool.
Sure.
And we should probably wake. I think it was Aiken was taking, and was it Aiken and Andy, or was I don't
I think
remember.
we're just gonna let Andy sleep.
God,
Yeah.
that's fair. Fair enough. Okay. Aiken.
Yeah, let's do this.
There is some noises across the river, but nothing too scary. Just movement.
Okay, it's forest at night over there.
Mhm.
Great. Well, rest up.
You have a good night. I'll see you in a bit.
And I'll, curl up a little bit and start to breathe in trance.
All right.
I
Yeah.
will stoke the coals so it's less of a fire and more of like heat.
Just a
producing
glowing
thing,
ember.
A glowing ember.
Absolutely. As you do, heat radiates from it, and the embers glow enough to alight the small space where you are, but nothing flickering beyond that. You said it was the two of you on this one? Sure.
No,
it's
we're-
just you.
I think it was just gonna be Aiken, but I also can.
Chauncey was. I think
Yeah,
there-
Chauncey's here.
Yeah, yeah.
Chauncey will be awake for all
Sure.
of it.
Yeah,
And we're
yeah.
just letting Andy sleep.
As you are
Thanks,
now
guys.
on watch alone, looking over your companions, all calmly resting, a soft blue glow coming from Chauncey's eyes.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
I also.
From the surprise fighter.
Can you give me a perception check?
uh-huh. Sure. Sure. Okay. That's a 14.
14. As you meld into the shrub and observe all you can, listening and watching, in the darkness, in the black and white, that you see everything beyond the light of the coals. The world is unmoving at this time of night. It is eerily silent. There's the occasional pop and flicker from the fire.
Don't like that.
I don't know if he just does it randomly.
Yeah.
I'd like to take a moment and in that silence, like, kind of dig my hands into the dirt and the shrubs that are right near me and kind of ground myself and listen for the vibration of the world. Just kind of sitting there, because I think it's something that I hadn't thought of that way until now.
As you sit in this shrub, at first, what was once something that you were hiding within, and you could feel it pressing against you, resting your hands into the ground, you can feel first the cold, then a gentle warmth. And as that warmth kind of passes into your hands, though nothing has changed physically about the foliage that you are in, there's a sudden shift, and you're no longer pressing into it, but you feel it enveloping you, as if in a gentle hug. The watch goes by without incident.
All right. Aaron, are you ready?
As you approach Aaron and his eyes flicker open, you see that a soft blue light is actually glowing from his eyes as he awakens from his trance. And as he does so, a pendant around his neck that you've just noticed until now begins to glow a similar blue, and two little small threads of blue kind of energy float up towards his temples. And eventually, it fades, and he goes, "Oh, yes, I will.
Sorry to bother you. It's
okay.
It's your turn.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's nothing. Seems to be the matter tonight. So
Wonderful.
yeah. Well, have fun. It's
How long until dawn?
probably just another few hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not long.
Thank you.
Enjoy. It's quiet,
Thank you.
and I'll find my way back to my shrub to curl down in.
Mm-hmm. Aaron, would you please give me your perception check for your watch?
Sure. That is an 8.
An 8. So you sit here looking over your companions, again, the soft blue light of Chauncey's eyes, compared against the soft orange glow from the embers of the slowly fading fire, but still giving off a soft heat. You look beyond into the clearing, beyond into the black and white that you see, and then you stare beyond into the black through which you can't see. It is quiet. And in this silence, you do hear a rustling of leaves. Silence again.
Can I tell if it's coming inland or closer to the river?
Seem to be inland.
Sure. Okay. I'll start to just kind of turn my focus that closer in that direction, and just zero in on the world.
As you zero in, there's the ever slight hints of dawn breaking. Though the sun is not up, you can see just a little bit of light. In that moment, you look out and you hear the soft beginnings of the world coming awake. You hear birds rustling, though none singing yet. And as you look and focus in that direction with these new bits of sound, you weren't able to distinguish it out at first, but you have now heard the soft of some crumpling leaves. And in the still slight darkness, you begin to see a shimmer in the blackness. And a second large shimmer.
Put my hand on my sword.
And many more.
Nope.
How far am I from the edge of the alarm?
Your alarm has just gone off.
I would have loved
And that is where we're going to
No!
end tonight's episode.
Yeah.
Spiders everywhere.
Yep, spiders everywhere.
everywhere.
All right.
What a joy.
Oh, good.
That's gonna be the last thing in my notes. Spiders.
Everywhere.
Spin's having a nightmare. It's going to be over in a week.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back here again next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific. Probably to fight some spiders.
Spoilers.
Or
No,
maybe
spiders.
something else.
They're everywhere.
Get him at
That's what I've
Brody. Works and where.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on
gosh.
down to Brody.
You've got carts. We've got spiders.
Huh?
If you fix the spiders, you'll get them for cheaper.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Thank you so very much for joining us. We hope that you have enjoyed this evening. As I said, we will be back again next week. There we go. If you're looking for other ways to follow us or help support us, you can check us out on all of the social medias. You can head on over to our Discord for the best announcements as to when we'll be going live. Take care, and we will see you soon. Bye, everyone.